Very excited to introduce you to my next guest, and she has an event coming up just next Monday. So it is important that you write this down, get a pen, and sign up for her event. I'm very excited to welcome to the show now Jyoti Singhvi. She is undereducated. She has a master's from both Harvard and someplace called MIT. She is the CEO of a company called the ACE Group, which is an ed tech firm, does training for professionals, entrepreneurs, corporates in presentation, communication, public speaking, all of those sort of things. She has worked with some companies that I've never heard of any of them. One of them is called Cartier, IBM, and KPMG Consulting. Pretty impressive. She has worked in quite a few industries, marketing, product management, CRM, and has worked with CEOs and executives from Fortune 500 companies. She also, in her side time, has a luxury good company that sells through the Neiman Marcus company. You can't get any more prestigious than that. Jyoti, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much. I'm doing great. So it's such an honor to be here with you.
Well, thank you so much. Let's get this out of the way first. So let's talk about the event Monday. It's a whole week-long event, right?
Absolutely. So it's a 5-day masterclass. It's called How to Skyrocket Your Business and Career Goals with Powerful Communication Strategy. So when I say 5 days, it's not like you have to be there for 8 hours every day. It's 1 hour every day, 3 p.m. EST, so Eastern Standard Time. And would you like me to share the link, or would you share that?
Okay. Yeah, we're committed. Let's get it out there.
All right, thank you. So it's bit.ly/, so bit.ly / communicate like a pro, communicate like a pro. Before that, it's bit.ly / communicate like a pro.
All right, communicate like a pro. Great. And what are we going to learn? So give us a brief dive into the curriculum.
Absolutely. So what we're going to learn, what I'm all about is teaching communication skills, interpersonal communication skills, public speaking, presentation skills, nonverbal communication skills, creating that visibility and branding to entrepreneurs and professionals so that they can really get to the career goals and actually accelerate those career and business goals that they want. And in this class, what we're going to talk about is how you can actually make an impact in your life and your career with one skill, which is communication. It's highly underrated, often ignored. We don't think about it, right? In terms of getting to our careers, we just keep working hard. We're on that little hamster wheel and we forget communication skills, and it's absolutely critical. That's what McKinsey & Company says. So we're going to learn how you can make an impact. Then we're going to talk about the two most important keys that are critical to maximizing that impact of communication. Without those two keys, you can't unlock the door. Then we're going to also talk about delivering for maximum impact and influence, because we are influencing people at all times, right? We're influencing even, the baby clad in diapers that are in our homes, or we're influencing the people who work with us, or our customers, or our vendors, or if you are in the corporate world, then you're influencing your bosses and your peers. Day 4, we're going to learn about what are the strategies for unshakable confidence, and how do you manage nervousness? A lot of us don't communicate with conviction, or don't even communicate enough because we lack that confidence. So how do we overcome that? So that's day 4. And day 5 is creating a plan to supercharge and accelerate your career and business success. And this is just in time for us to get geared up for 2021. Let's rock 2021. That's why I'm doing this class right before the new year starts.
Well, it's perfect timing. I love that. And you're right. We have to have 2021 as a great year, because 2020 is going to go down as the worst year in human American history. I mean, I can't think of more of a dumpster fire of a year. So, my goodness. All right, great. I love it. And $9,999, right? For the class.
Actually, the class is valued half of that, $5,000. Thank you so much. But, Jim, to you
For
and your
for me, right?
yes, for you, just for you, because
And
now
my
I am
listeners,
associated with you and your listeners.
It's free,
it's
right?
free.
Okay.
It's free. Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
So
it's
I
my
have
gift.
arranged a $9,999 discount for each and every one of you. So
yes, he's a person you want to be friends with.
Merry
over there.
Christmas, happy holidays to all of you. Done. I'm done shopping now, Jyoti.
Absolutely. Now you have gifts for everybody on your list now.
Everyone but you. You're the only person who, that won't work as a gift for. So I'll have to shop for you. Okay. Nonverbal. I want to talk about that. I've never asked this of anybody. What can I do to be non-verbally more polite, exciting? In that 3 seconds that someone sees me across the room before they speak to me, what can I do?
So there are so many things you could do. I'm going to summarize it in 3 things, which are absolutely critical. Okay. Actually, I'll make it 4 things. So give me an example of where you are so that I can kind of create an environment as we're speaking.
I'm walking into a Chamber of Commerce meeting with 100 people that I don't know.
All right. Sounds great. So you're walking in there. First of all, before you get in there, or even while you're driving, or before you leave your home, you're going to set the intention. Right? You're going to set the intention of what you want to achieve out of this meeting with these 100 people that you don't know. I'm assuming you're giving a pitch or having a conversation or a meeting with these people.
Yeah,
so what do I want to?
Pens with your name on it. And so my goal is to sell everyone in the room 5,000 pens with their name on it.
Absolutely. And these are the best pens to grip and experience, and they just write so smoothly. And the color of the blue is amazing, and you can turn it around and you can turn it into 4 different colors. I love these pens that you're selling with my name on it. Excellent.
Well,
so you
doesn't do any of that. It's just a pen with your name on it. But okay, all right, let's pretend your pens are what I'm selling. All right, so keep going.
Exactly. So you want to go in with the intention of what you want to get out of that meeting, right? I am going to solve a problem for these people. I'm going to tell them about my product. I'm going to wow them. I'm going to be of service, right? Whatever is your intention, you're going to leave your house with that intention, enter the room with that intention. Second is your energy. Energy is nobody talks about it, but it's the energy, it's the oomph in the step, it's the energy just in your being, the way you carry yourself. That energy has to be high energy and has to be present. And that energy exudes from your face, from your expressions, from how you interact with these people. So that is a nonverbal thing. You've not said a single thing even now, right? That's number 2, high energy. Third is the eye contact. You're going to make eye contact with whoever comes in your way, right? Eye contact is really important. Eye contact not only helps you connect with these people, but it also, when you make a good eye contact, it also exudes confidence about yourself. It also tells them that you care about the other person, right? A lot of times, especially in meetings like these, where perhaps you're there to make a pitch or a sale, we get nervous. A lot of us get nervous, and the eye contact may not be adequate, right? And you look in different directions, and that just does not serve you well. Fourth, and the most important thing, actually, this is one of the most important things, is something that is very expensive. You have to generate it, and none of us have it. Just kidding. Everybody's born with it. You are born with it. Everybody's born with it. It's your smile. Smile. Smile is how you're going to make that engagement, that connection with the people. They're going to start liking you with that smile. Have you ever walked into a room where people just are looking at you, not smiling, and there is one person that is smiling at you, and you're like, oh, that person is really nice. They're so friendly. They're just amazing. I want to talk more to them. So smile is another important part. And you're going to do all 3 of them all through the conversation, all through your presence in that room. So those are the 4 nonverbal keys that I highly recommend.
Who do I get eye contact with if there's 100 people there?
Great question. I'm going to also ask more details. Is it like, so it's almost auditorium setting, 100 people is enough. So you're going to try to make eye contact with as many people as possible, at least in the beginning, before you start pitching or presenting. I'm assuming you're pitching and presenting. Even before your presentation starts, you're going to start connecting with people before that, right? So you're going to go and shake hands with as many people as possible. Okay, if I connect with your guests, I love to get to know my audiences before I speak with them. So speak with them, connect with them. So you made eye contact with as many people as possible early on, maybe 10, 15, 20, right, depending upon the time. Then you are presenting. There are certain things. You could probably divide the room in 3 to 6 groups or 3 to 6, just imaginary lines. And you could either make a glance in that direction, left, middle, right, left back, middle back, right back. I'm assuming that's how you broke it down. And then once in a while, whatever is comfortable for you, it depends on the comfort of the speaker, right? If you can look individually in different people's eyes, it could be 5 people, it could be 10 people, it could be 20 people. You have to be comfortable with that. It depends also on the level of the public speaking or pitching expertise or presentation expertise. If somebody's really experienced, they're able to probably look at as many people in the eye as possible. If you're not, because you're concerned about what you're going to be saying, how they're perceiving you, etc., then you're going to look with that glancing type of a look in different parts of the room so that most of the people kind of get that attention of the eye contact from you. Is that helpful?
It is very helpful. You said there were 2 keys to great delivery.
Yeah.
I don't want both of them because, I want people to pay the $9,999 with my discount free. But can you give me one of the keys to whet my appetite?
One of the keys is, I'm just trying to see which one should I give you. I'll tell you the real answer. One of the most important keys is your audience. Why? Because everything has to be customized to your audience. If you haven't tailored it to your audience, the audience is not going to listen to you. They're not going to pay attention. They're not going to engage. They're not going to connect with you. Most of us make the mistake that we speak only from our point of view. And that's when we lose our audience members. I'll leave it at that. And that's a very, very, very precious key that I just shared with you.
Yes, because, the key is me looking really good and having a good haircut and, having someone on Upwork redo my presentation so it looks better.
Exactly. And working on your presentation till 3 a.m. and not even practicing, having time to practice on that slide deck, but working on it. Yeah, a lot of us think that's the key. But usually that's not. That is important, but that's not the most critical thing.
Practice. What is that? I have not heard of this strange idea.
Practice a bunch of bananas. If my slideshow was in front of you, you would see a bunch of bananas. I think that's humorous, but people don't find it funny. So practice a bunch, right? A lot of us, when we look at people, and this is how I actually got into this business, people, we see an amazing speaker on stage and we're like, oh my gosh, that person is such a good speaker, such a good presenter. And you don't always have to be on stage. You could be in a meeting room. You could be talking 1 person to 2 people, whoever. But if you don't practice, you don't know what you're talking about. Practice really, it's like that glaze on top of that amazing donut. Very unhealthy analogy. It just came to me. But practice makes perfect. Simple as that. It really takes away that jitteriness, those nerves. It really helps you become more articulate. It helps you really tone in and hone in your message much better. And practice just gives you that edge and that oomph that you want from yourself as a communicator or a speaker. So practice is very important. There are 5 strategic ways to practice. Most of us practice the wrong way.
I'm sure that's the way I do it. You're supposed to practice standing on your head the way I do it, right? Or is that wrong?
Oh, that's why you always have that amazing hairstyle.
Yes.
You're so funny. So, yeah, that actually improves your memory too, because all the blood rush is going.
I get good blood flow that way. So, what are the 5 practice tips?
All right, I'll tell you the one that is the wrong one, and I will tell you one that I like to do. Okay, so that I'm not overwhelming you. Okay.
All right.
So the wrong one is, which has been taught to us from generations, is to practice in front of a mirror. Anybody practice in front of a mirror?
No, I'm too ugly for that. It scares even me, so I don't do that.
Oh, come on, come on. So a lot of us have been taught that, but it's highly distracting. Again, exactly. Even, even if somebody, is like a world superstar and they're just, like a Miss Universe or whatever, gorgeous person too, they might be just distracted by, oh my gosh, but this side of my face is moving too much on the, angling a little bit too. Oh, my hair is not looking that great. Or, oh, I just gained 5 more pounds, whatever it is, right? So we're highly, highly distracted. I don't like that frown on top of my forehead, or I just said something else. So it's distracting. When you're practicing, you want to focus on your message, right? And you want to focus on your delivery. So the best way, well, the way that I like to practice, which does not make me conscious, is being in an empty room and imagining where I'm going to be speaking, and imagining the type of audience I'm going to be speaking in front of, and just kind of creating that environment in my mind's eye, and doing my presentation or my talk or even my conversation. If it's an important conversation, I'll practice it, and doing it in the full spirit of it, full energy of it, full expressions, full gestures, everything. And if I'm sitting down or standing up, whatever it is, I try to kind of imagine the size of the stage or the room, the way it's going to be, and doing it exactly like that. I don't like people in my room when I'm practicing. Sometimes it's a great idea to have some audience, friends or family, who can actually give you some feedback, but normally you can just do it on your own. And there's one more really, really great style to practice, and I'll tell you what that is. After you've done this imaginary room practice, record yourself and then go back and
then
review
you might as well
that.
kill yourself.
Yes,
I've done that.
It's hard. I've
done that, and I've watched myself, and like some people, when they die and go to hell, that's what they do. They have to watch themselves on videotape for the rest of eternity. And oh God, there's nothing worse.
Well, you know what? Yes, the first 5 times, it's going to feel like that. It's going to be really, really tough. You record yourself different times. Oh, okay. I like that message. Okay, I'm doing a reasonable job. Oh, I've improved so much. You will see. But the first couple of times, it's just really hard to get over it. And why? We are our own worst critics, right? So that's the thing.
No, my wife is worse than
I agree. Yes, I agree. The spouse is the worst critic. So yep. Yes, definitely. We're the second worst critic.
Yeah. I had a video one time, and my wife watched, and she goes, "Well, why were you touching your nose so much?" And I got super self-conscious, so I watched the video. I touched my nose once in 50 minutes. And her standard was, that's so much. So now I have a complex about it, even now, still 10 years later. I still have a complex. So I'm in therapy now, and I'm feeling a lot better with the medication. It's helping a lot. What about nervousness? How do we get over being nervous in front of a big group or even a small group? Just nervous.
Nervous. Okay, so have you heard that fancy word called glossophobia?
What a phobia?
Glossophobia?
Glossophobia. No, I do not know that one. I am very poorly educated. So,
well, most of us don't know it, but most of us experience it. So it's not related to lip gloss. Surprisingly, it's related to nervousness. It's the fear of speaking in public.
It's called glossophobia?
Glossophobia.
Really? Okay, yes. I learned a new thing.
Yes, exactly. It's surprising, right? So the good news is that you're not alone, and 75% of the population suffers from it. There is one more good news, that you can totally overcome it. So 75% of the population suffers from nervousness. Now, how do you overcome nervousness? several different things you can do, but let me boil it down to 3 or 4. The first thing is preparation, preparing. And there's a lot of different aspects to preparing. Audience is one of the main aspects to preparing. The second one is actually getting down whatever you want to speak or say or pitch or be on the stage and talking about that. You got to prepare that. Third one is practice. Again, practice is going to get itself into a lot of different conversational points here, because practice is really, really important. So these are the 3 foundational things, right? Your audience, your message, and your practice. So foundational things. Now, most of the times people don't think about it. People want a magic bullet when it comes to speaking with confidence, managing that nervousness. There is nothing like a magic bullet. You do the work and you become a confident and not nervous speaker. There are a couple of other techniques that you can do, which is meditation. Meditation is extremely, extremely important. Here is my recommendation. You start meditating. Let's say you found out 2 weeks beforehand that you're going to do a speech. Start meditating 5 days, or include that in your meditation practice, assuming you are already meditating. If you are not, Google a calming meditation on YouTube or on Google and just, do a 5 to 10 minute meditation. It will help you calm down the nerves. You're going to meditate the night before, and you're going to meditate right before the presentation, which could be an hour. It could be 5 minutes before the presentation. So presentation or talk. When I say presentation, it could be an important conversation also, or just a talk. So meditation is going to help. One other thing is, this is like one of those action items which people are actually looking for. It's just doing a little bit of physical activity. I'm not saying break a sweat, but do a few quick jumping jacks or a little jog in place. If you have the ability to just even go into the bathroom and just do a little bit of a jog for a couple minutes in place, that will get that adrenaline going, and it will just ease those nerves and make you feel happier. Or if you can listen to a song or an upbeat song, high energy song of your choice, that would also help. So, or even hum it just in your head, that would also help.
What about some Valium or, a good shot of whiskey? Would you recommend that? Maybe a good 3-4 Valium before you go on stage in front of your boss? Yes, no.
Can the laugh say it all? I don't even know what to say to that. No.
Okay,
I know you're kidding.
We're going to go with no. Okay, that's all I needed. Just a simple yes, no question. Do you want to play the quick 10?
Oh, fun. Yes.
All right. You ready?
Ready.
All right. Number 1, your favorite creativity hack.
Let it simmer in my head for a few hours or a few days, depending upon my deadlines, and let it just take shape in my head before I get down to it in terms of real action.
Number 2, favorite bootstrapping trick.
You got me there. I thought I had down. Collaboration and partnerships.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
Collaboration and partnerships, yeah.
All right, number 3.
Say more?
Name your top passions.
Public speaking, helping people in whatever way I can. I am just a general advisory council type of a person. Wherever I can help, I try to help. And out of work, it is dancing. I'm a classically trained dancer, so that's my big passion.
And your kids.
And my kids.
Yeah. You forgot that.
Yes.
Number 5. Number 5, the best way to get your first real customer is?
To try to solve somebody's problem.
Number 6, your dreamiest technology is?
Oh, if somebody could make that marketing easy. Oh my gosh. Please, thank you.
Number 7, best entrepreneurial advice.
Again, it's related to problem solving. It's not about make it and they'll come. Figure out a problem that you can solve for enough people, and that would be the biggest product or service that you should be creating.
Number 8, worst entrepreneurial mistake.
Make it and they will come, or prolong on something for too long instead of pivoting and learning and pivoting quickly.
Number 9, favorite entrepreneur and why?
Steve Jobs, just so resilient, so innovative, also pivoting quite a bit, and just the quality of the product that he's always created.
Great answers. Jody, how do we find out more about you, follow you online, and again, give us the URL for the event Monday?
All right, so the URL for the event Monday is bit.ly, bit.ly/communicate like a pro, communicate like a pro. So this is for this Monday. How would you get in connection with me? Connect with me on LinkedIn, Jyoti, linkedin.com, jyoti.singhvi. I think that's what it is.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us. Great stuff. And good luck with the seminar next week, every day at 3:00 Eastern.
Yes. And if you can't catch it live, there will be recording. So make sure you register. If 3 p.m. doesn't work for you, it doesn't matter. Just register, be there. We have concierges lined up for you to help you. So it's going to be a party. It's going to be a good, high, power-packed party.
Fantastic. That's what we need. All right, we are out of time. We have got to go. I want to say thank you to both my great guests today. Thank you for being a great, loyal listener. And we will be back Monday with another great School for Startups Radio. Take care. Very excited to introduce you to my next guest. And she has an event coming up just next Monday. So it is important that you write this down, get a pen, and sign up for